Good. A good session today. Sip Girish, Sip Ashok Maheshwari, who met me in Bangalore. I hope you are fine. Sip Rumataji, Sip Samatma, Sip Ashok Chotwani, Sip Raju, Sip Sangamji, Sip Parvatiyama, Sip Pankaj, Sip Devika, Sip Priyanka, Sip Viru, Sip Kumar Swami, Sip Mutkuranand, Sip Kundan, Sip Bliss, Sip Bliko, Sip Sudeep, Sip Yogini, Sip Rekha, Sip Atmatray. And the rest of you whom I cannot see, welcome to the call. Today's sessions are titled Realizations of a Yogi. The realizations of a yogi. I decided to write a book. I decided to write a book to share some realizations. But what are these realizations? These realizations are the realizations of a yogi. Why should we be a yogi? Why should one be a yogi? Who is a yogi? What is yogi? What is yoga? Do you even realize it? That everybody who's born in this world is a bhogi. Everybody is a bhogi. And it's very rare for a yogi to be formed from a bhogi. It is not easy. But what is the importance? Why should we even become a yogi? That is the big challenge that one must understand. And in today's session, I hope we will be able to get there. I know you are all seekers, most of you. But why do I try to live like a yogi? I mean, I could enjoy being a bhogi. I could have all the bhoga of this world. God has given me everything. The money, the freedom, the contacts, the health, everything to gallivant around the world. And I could be having the most expensive liquor, the most exotic food, and the most exotic passions of the world. But why did I give it up? Because I learned the true meaning of life. Because of several realizations which liberated me from this samsara. How I turned from a bhogi to a yogi. I was a bhogi for 25 years. For 25 years, I was chasing success after success after success. Desires, passions. I was a scoundrel for 25 years. From 16 to 40. I started my scoundrel journey of a bhogi at 16. And it went on till 40. At 40, I woke up. I woke up and I moved from a life of achievement to a life of fulfillment. But still, I was miserable. Then I went on a quest because of my master, my guru. My dear friends, what was the biggest realization? Today, I want to cut short all this, and I want to come to the subject of my biggest realization. The biggest realization is Jagat Mithya, Prabhu Satya. This is the biggest realization. This morning I was in Kashmir and I was walking, and somebody walking with me was taking a photograph of a beautiful rainbow. The rainbow looked so beautiful. I also took a status. The rainbow was not in the sky. The rainbow was in a fountain. A fountain in the Dal Lake was being sprayed and the sun was shining, and we found a rainbow appearing in the fountain. And this rainbow was just an illusion. The camera can capture the rainbow, but you can't catch it. It just appears as the 7 colors of the rainbow. Therefore, this whole world is an illusion. SIP is the one reality. These realizations created that enlightenment, which caused the metamorphosis from a bhogi to a yogi. And the question is, why should I live a life of a yogi? Who's a yogi? A yogi is one who's united with the divine in yoga. Moving from one state of yoga to another state of yoga, not slipping and sipping and tipping in bhoga. The whole world is in bhoga, my friends. 99% of the people in this world is bhoga. Therefore, to find a true yogi is very difficult. I myself, while I consider myself to be a yogi, I always tell you, there are always a challenge. There's always a challenge. The mind and ego is pulling you into bhoga. But how can you remain in yoga? The challenge is this: to learn the art to move from one state to another and not to get caught in this samsara. The song says, संसार के रिश्तों में ना है फंसता, योगी को एहसास होता, वो भी आत्मा है, हर शय में आत्मा, सब कुछ परमात्मा, मिथ्य जो दिखता है उससे बचता, योगी सत्य में है जीता, वैराग्य और विवेक से वो है जीता, प्रभु के प्यार में वो जीता, कर्तव्य उसका ना है कोई, मोक्ष उसको है पाना, शर्म वो किसी बात पे करता नहीं, योग में सदा वो रहता, योग में सदा योगी रहता, प्रभु को ही वो प्यार करता, योगी जो योग में सदा ही रहे, प्रभु के योग में. Can you be in प्रभु के योग में रहे? Can you be? You know, it is so difficult. Last week, all my friends, they all went to Dubai for a retreat. The 10 chairmen of all Indian big companies, Delhi, Bombay, Chennai, Punjab, Calcutta, biggest CEOs. And they told me, let us go to Dubai. I refused. I refused because it was just like jumping into a pool of bhoga. Complete bhoga. Complete, not little bit, complete bhoga. So it is for the yogi not to want bhoga, but to want moksha. The opposite of bhoga is actually moksha. Yoga is the fulcrum. It switches you from bhoga to moksha. It is through yoga you can go from bhoga to moksha. But what is this yoga? How can we be a yogi? How can we live like a yogi? This is the biggest challenge for this group. The biggest challenge. Therefore, when she said, I want to call myself yogini, of course, I told her for yogi or yogini, there is no male and female. But my dear friends, it is not our fault. But all of us in this world, we are caught in bhoga. All. ALLLLLLLL. All. How to come out of bhoga? How to become a yogi who's eternally in yoga? This is a big challenge. It only happens through enlightenment. The only way to become a yogi is enlightenment. And enlightenment, the only way is realization of the truth. And realization, the only way is overcoming ignorance. And overcoming ignorance, the only way is going on talash, going on a quest. And the only way of going on that is through the help of a guru. So in my new book, the book is called Realizations of a Yogi. I'm sharing the realizations that transformed me. What transformed me from a life of a bhogi to a life of a yogi? I was chasing money. I was making business, one business to another. For me, it was money, money, and more money. Everything I touched was like gold. Everything. I was going from gold to gold, gold to gold, and more gold from peak to peak. But then one day my guru told me, what are you doing? What will you get? He asked me, you want more money? I said, no, I don't want more money. What are you running for then? Why are you running? Most people are like that. They have fulfilled their need, but they are caught in their greed. Different people are caught by different bhogas. One person may be caught in gambling because the thrill of gambling. Whether you're gambling in a horse race, or you're gambling in cricket match, or you're gambling in the race course, or in cards. It is some people, they are caught. They are gambling and they become great gamblers. But the yogi realizes, neti neti tattvamasi. Not this, thou art that. He realizes, I am not this body, mind, ego that is caught in these bhogas. He realizes that I am the divine soul. And this is the turning point. Who am I? Why do we talk about this so often in our calls? Okay, jo janam leta hai on the birthday, that's not me. Is it complicated to understand this that you all have become experts in the realization, that what I call the double realization, the realization at birth and the realization at death? I think you all have become experts. And when you become experts, then what do you realize? What is the biggest realization you have? It is this. ये तन तो पांच तत्वों का बना, ये तन तो मैं नहीं, सोचा मैं मन था पर मन को ढूंढा जब, मन तो कहीं भी नहीं, महसूस जब की बारिश की शक्ति, एहसास हुआ कि मैं वो ही, नेति नेति ये तन नहीं, नेति नेति ये मन नहीं, तत्वमसि मैं वो हूँ, हवा में जो शक्ति, मैं तो वही, मैं ये नहीं, आसमां में जो मस्ती, मैं तो वही, मैं ये नहीं. Our realization that we are the divine soul transforms our life. As long as you have the knowledge, you are still in a school or college, because you have not reached the ultimate university of spirituality, because you are chasing people, you're running after people. What did Chinmaya Nanda say in Bhaja Govindam? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Muramatai. Oh, you fool! Oh, you fool! What are you chasing people? What are you chasing pleasures? What are you chasing possessions? What are you chasing degrees? In that case, the man was trying to learn more and more language and grammar. He told that man, you fool! Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam. Because our ultimate goal is to realize we are the Atma. Your Atma, my Atma is Paramatma. But we don't realize this. We don't realize this. But the yogi realizes. What does the yogi realize? The yogi says, Har jagah Prabhu ko महसूस करता yogi, har pal Prabhu ke saath जीता yogi, har shay mein Prabhu hai aur kuch nahi, प्रभु बिन कुछ नहीं, एक प्रभु है जानता yogi. The yogi knows. The yogi realizes everything is set. We are fools. We know that eventually we will die. Do we have any doubt about that? We know. This was like that little child. The child who started crying. Papa, 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 Papa. What happened? Papa, Papa, the sun is going to set. Papa, Papa, sun is going to set. Papa, crying, crying, crying. The father gave one slap. Yeah, sun will set. What can I do? It will become dark, Papa, Papa. It will become dark. I get very scared, Papa. I get very scared. Can you stop the sun from setting? Can you stop the sun from setting? That child is crying. We are worse than that child, no? We are crying about dying. Dying is nothing but a sunset. Sunset is an illusion. We have to wake up that only the body dies. I don't die. I am immortal. I am the immortal soul. The moment you realize you are the immortal soul, then you are free. You are completely free. But we don't realize we are the immortal soul. It's a big problem. So, my dear friends, the realization of the yogi, Jagat is a manifestation. Jiva is a manifestation. Sip is the power that is everywhere. Even scientists agree. What do scientists say? Wave particle duality. The scientists also agree. Therefore, for all of you, if you really want to attain moksha, nirvana, salvation, liberation, unification, if you want this, you have to learn to live like a yogi. You must learn to live like a yogi. This is your biggest challenge. And for that, you need several realizations. Only then you will be able to reach that state of enlightenment. What does the yogi realize? The yogi, he has some major realizations. One of them is this: संसार ये लीला है, दुख तो सहना है, तन मन हो के जो जीता, दुखी वो होता है, पर जिसको एहसास होता वो योगी बनता है, प्रभु के योग में जीता है, आनंदा में जीता है, फर्ज में ना फंसता है, शर्म ना वो करता है, संसार की इस माया से योगी बचता है, मुक्ति हो पाता फिर मोक्ष पाता है, प्रभु के योग में वो सदा जीता है. The yogi, what is the life of a yogi? प्रभु के जो योग में है रहता सदा. Doesn't mean you have to sit in the temple and do bhajanam. People think get scared. Oh, from morning to night I should be sitting in the temple and doing kirtan and bhajan. No. संसार के भोग में वो ना है डूबा. Then what is the life of the yogi? आनंदा के सागर में जीता वो है, वो चिंता ना करता, प्रभु के योग में जीता है. When you come to realize you are the divine, you reach that state of Jivan Mukta, you reach that state of Ananda, you reach that state of bliss. My dear friends, you want to get to that state of happiness which is unknown to the mortal world. The mortal world is struggling to smile. The mortal world is crying. Why? We are crying because we are caught. We are caught in this samsara and we don't know the true meaning of yoga. We are not living as a yogi. My dear friends, our biggest challenge is this: how to live as a yogi, how to reach that state of yoga. The yogi realizes the world is like a drama. Everything is an illusion. We are like actors, we come and go. It's just a show. The birth, the spark. The yogi realizes in very simple words: I am not this body that came on my birthday. I was born 9 months before. I am not the body that will die. One day you will burn. The body, you can't burn me. What does Krishna tell in the Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says you are the Atma. Fire cannot burn the Atma. Water cannot drown the Atma. Winds cannot destroy the Atma. I think you all are better off in the Bhagavad Gita than I am. But in the Bhagavad Gita, he says so clearly that the Atma is immortal. The Atma cannot be destroyed. The body dies. The soul does not. A lot of people are confused. Will the soul be reborn? No. This is the realization of the yogi. The yogi realizes I am in the BME, the body, mind, ego, but I am not the BME. The yogi wants mukti, freedom. He overcomes the bondage caused by ignorance, caused by the mind. You know, the biggest problem is the bhogi, he is caught in thoughts. The bhogi is controlled by thoughts. There is no intellect. We spoke beautifully in the game of cricket. Who brought the idea that the intellect is like a bat? Samsara is throwing balls. And somebody gave the idea, the intellect is like the bat. Today I made a status in Kashmir. How the intellect is like a bat. You block the thoughts of the biggest enemy, the mind. What is it that the yogi does? He says, khayalon mein na doobta hai, yogi चित्त में रहता है, प्रभु के योग में वो है जीता, आनंदा में जीता है, विवेक को योगी जगाता है, मन को पार वो करता है, ख्यालों में ना डूबता है, योगी चित्त में रहता है. The yogi lives in Chit, Sat, Chit, Anand. The yogi is not interested in being in bhoga, in samsara. No. He knows the meaning of khayal, thoughts, the mind. The yogi is awake, he is aware. My dear friends, I realized knowledge is not enough. You need realization. Therefore, I used to go to my guru every month. Every month. And I used to take one realization to my guru. Birthday is fake. God is not in heaven. God is within. Sit. All religions are only kindergartens. Then we talked about how we need the magic to be enlightened. How we cannot sail on two boats. See, sometimes we are trying, रूमाता जी एक दिन अमेरिका में भी रहना है, एक दिन इंडिया में ही रहना है. कह सकते हैं अमेरिका इंडिया में से एक ही टाइम में. We cannot be in two boats. And then रूमाता जी says, क्या करना, हमारा responsibility है, हमारा कर्तव्य है, हमारा duty है. As long as you can be in yoga, it's okay to be in America. Otherwise, if you are losing your, wherever I go, I try to be on that same boat. Whichever place I am in the boat of yoga. I don't shift to the boat of bhoga. I know it's very difficult for a human being to escape from all bhoga. Even bhoga attacks me, but I'm very cautious. Because I know if I sink in bhoga, then I will be gone. I will be lost. So when you have enlightenment, and don't think these words are big words, yogi, enlightenment. Some people make it look like only they are yogis and they are only sannyasis and they are only big gurus and you all cannot become gurus and you cannot become yogis. It's a lie. In fact, those people who are acting like big yogis and sannyasis and brahmacharis, don't trust them. You can be. You can be if you live a life of a yogi, if you can be united with the divine, if you can overcome bhoga, if you can be in that state of sat, chit, anand. How to be in the state of chit, transcending the mind, how to experience eternal happiness, divine love, not just bodily love. Some people, they are carried away by physical love. Physical love is ishq hakiki, is ishq majazi. We want the divine love, ishq hakiki. Huh? Ishq hakiki means not love that has any expectations. No. In the real love, there are no expectations. The real love only wants to give, only wants to give and give and give. In the material love, I love you because I need you. In the spiritual love, I need you because I love you. Oh Lord, I need you, oh God, because I love you. Not, oh God, I love you because of in times of problems, I need you. This is not real love. Then you reach that state of Sat Chit Anand. You reach that state of peace. सत के चित में जो रहता आनंदा में रहता सच्चिदानंदा हाल है जो सच के एहसास से होता आनंदा में रहता जो सत्य का चित्त करता. The yogi is one who does satya ka chitta. The yogi enjoys that state of ananda. योगी योग में है रहता प्रभु का साथ नहीं छोड़ता प्रभु तो दिल के अंदर बसते इस एहसास से वो जीता प्रभु दूर नहीं पास है वो फिर क्यों है हमें डरना विश्वास से हमें जीना सत के चित्त में सदा रहना योगी सच्चिदानंद में रहता आनंदा में रहता. Have you ever seen the yogi, a real yogi? Have you seen? The real yogi is a yogi who lives in Ananda. The real yogi has no fear, no chinta, no worry, no problems, no stress, no anxiety, no depression, no anxiety attacks, no suicidal thoughts. No, because the real yogi is liberated. The real yogi, the one who is in yoga, he knows. What does he know? Not my karma. I am not doing anything. मैं क्या हूँ कुछ भी नहीं. The yogi says, मैं एक बांसुरी प्रभु कुछ भी नहीं. The yogi has transcended mind and ego. The yogi is free from rebirth. He is a Jivan Mukta. How does he live? He lives just like how the moon is always shining the reflection, reflecting the sun. You know, the moon has no light of its own. You know that, right? The moon is just in yoga of the sun. That's why the moon should inspire you. कमल का फूल जैसे झील में ना डूबता है, योगी भी माया में ना डूबता. कमल का फूल जैसे झील में ना डूबता है, योगी भी माया में ना डूबता. योग में वो रहता है, मन ना भटकता है, सांस सांस में प्रभु को चाहता. Are you like that? ध्यान में जीता है, भक्ति में जीता है, योग में सदा वो रहता है. प्रभु से नाता ना तोड़ता है, योग में हमेशा वो जीता है, योग में हमेशा वो जीता है. चंदा आसमां में प्रेरित करता है. The moon should inspire you. चंदा आसमान में प्रेरित करता है. The moon should inspire you. A true yogi, he seeks the divine. He seeks nothing else. He knows, the true yogi understands, if you give me even millions and trillions and gold and diamonds, the true yogi understands nothing is mine. Everything is thine. The true yogi understands all the relationships I enjoy in this world are momentary. All will snap. The only relationship that will last is the relationship with SIP. All mortal relationships are of no use. All pleasures are of no use. All possessions are of no use. Therefore, the yogi lives a life without desires and passions. He lives a life of acceptance and surrender. He lives moment by moment as an instrument, as a mumukshu, free from bhoga. I told you what the yogi says. No, he says, जो भी होता है तेरी लीला, होता वही जो तू है चाहता. जो भी इन हाथों से होता, सच में तो तू ही है करता. मैं क्या हूँ मैं कुछ भी नहीं, तू ही सब कुछ मैं कुछ नहीं. जब हूँ मैं कुछ भी नहीं, करता जो मैं करता तू ही. तुम बिन जग में कुछ भी नहीं, सब तू ही सब तू ही. सब कुछ है तेरी माया. Everything in this world is माया. मैं एक बांसुरी प्रभु कुछ भी नहीं, संगीत है तेरा मैं कुछ. You know, we are all like bamboo, like a flute. Huh? I gave Ashok Maheshwari, I gave you bamboo flute. Ashok Maheshwari, you took the bamboo with you. Bamboo flute. We are like that bamboo flute. We are nothing. Without somebody blowing in the bamboo flute, the bamboo flute is a lakadi ka piece. Throw it in the dustbin. It's of no use. But the moment you blow into it, the music plays. The moment God works through us, magic happens. The yogi moves from karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga. And then I discovered God gave me the gift of prema yoga. How? Insan mein hi Bhagwan hai. This is the essence of yoga, to see God everywhere. Even if you love your beloved, the love of your beloved is only pure love if it is prema yoga. Otherwise, it is prema bhoga. If you are just loving your beloved because you are loving the bone and the skin, that is not real love. That is just love of bone and skin. That is not prema yoga. Prema yoga is love where you love your beloved as a goddess, as a god. You are able to see God in your beloved. Then you are able to tell that beloved that, you know, तुझको प्रभु प्यार करूं, प्रीतम को जब मैं प्यार करूं, तू ही प्रेमी है, तुझको मैं चाहता. प्यार मेरा तो है प्रेम योगा, तुझको ही मैं चाहता. प्रीतम में तुझको मैं हूं पाता, प्रेम ये है प्रेम योगा. You have to learn the art of not being in bhoga. Even something beautiful as love should become a yoga, the yoga of divine love. My dear friends, it is so important to move from dhyana, meditation, to bhakti, to karma, to jnana. And when you go into this world of bhoga, when there's all the time you're in relationships, the relationship must be a relationship of prema yoga. Ruh se ruh ka pyar. How to be in love from the soul. That is the big challenge. And the yogi's challenge to attain moksha. If we are able to live in yoga, then we can attain moksha. In this book, I try to help people to reach that state of being a yogi, to be in yoga, how to be enlightened with realizations. That is the goal of this new book, Realizations of a Yogi. In this book, if you really follow it step by step, you are sure to reach that destination close to moksha. And then finally it's your jump. I can't push you. I can take you and tell you, now jump. But if you don't jump, I can take you to it's like that father telling the son who's on top in the top of the well, telling, Beta, jump, I will catch you. You said, no, Beta said, no, I'm scared, Papa. The Papa says, you jump, I will catch you. Otherwise, the tiger will eat you on the top. So the mentor will tell you what is the way to moksha. But if you don't believe, if you prefer to be in bhoga, then you can lose all your bliss, all your joy, all your peace. Because दुनिया की इस लीला में हमको चुनना है, योग में हमें रहना है या भोग में रहना है. प्रभु गर हम चाहते हैं भक्ति करनी है, इच्छाओं और तृष्णाओं से हमको बचना है. योगी प्रभु को चाहता है, संसार को वो त्यागता है, वैरागी बन के जीता है, खुश होके जीता है, भोगी बन के दुखों में ना तड़पता है, प्रभु के योग में वो सदा जीता है. So it's up to us. Are we ready to sacrifice bhoga? Are we ready to sacrifice this material world which is calling us, come, come, come? The material world is calling us. The divine is not calling us. The divine is silent. The yogi is still. Because he's away from the noise, he hears the divine voice. And he escapes this call when 99% of the people in this world are caught. 99% of the people in this world are caught, my dear friends. And we are not able to escape. To close today's discussion, our goal is moksha. Our goal is moksha. The only way to moksha is yoga. The only way to moksha is yoga. To be in yoga, we have to be a yogi. To be a yogi, we need enlightenment. If you want enlightenment, you have to have the realizations of the truth. In this book, I'm sharing all the realizations that transformed me from a bhogi to a yogi, from bhoga to yoga. It is not a theoretical book. It is a practical book. And to help you further, next Friday, I'm going to talk on how to live in yoga all the time. Today, I'm talking of my new book, Realizations of a Yogi. But next Friday, I'm going to tell you how to live in yoga all the time, how to move from dhyana yoga to bhakti yoga to karma yoga to jnana yoga and to be in prema yoga. प्रभु के प्यार में ऐसा एक नशा है, प्रभु को प्रेम करने में ऐसा मजा है, प्रेमी में जो प्रभु पाता मस्ती में जीता है, प्रेम योग में जीता है, आनंदा में जीता है, प्रेम योग से मिलता nirvana. Prabhu ke. How can you love God? You can love God. You can love God if you learn the art of yoga, the art of all the 5 states of yoga. Question answers. Today, I'm happy to answer questions on yoga, yogi, the book, and anything on life. Administrator, over to you. Who's the champion for today? Yes, who's going to go first? Yes, please. Can you all, are you all unmuted? Who is the champion? Always the first speaker is the champion who breaks the ice. Are you a yogi? Do you live in yoga? Are you caught in bhoga? What is the way to moksha? Are you close to moksha? Have you attained mukti? Where are you on this journey? Yes, let's start. Chandrakant. Yes, Chandrakant, you're a champion for today. Thank you.
Yeah, Sibravi Shivam.
Sit. Chandrakant, bol.
Yeah, basically my question is that, like, this mind, intellect always function. When we nearer to the state of realizations, the thought will be always there, na?
Yes.
That is my query basically. Thought will be always there and we need to separate from that.
Thought will be there.
I stuck up in that basically.
Thought will be there till you are in your grave. Thought will not leave you, but mind will leave you. Now you will say, what is the difference between thought and mind? When you have got thought one by one, it is a thought. When you lose control to the mind, then it becomes an attack of thoughts. Hundreds of thoughts attack you. Then that becomes the mind.
Yeah, when we entangled with a thought, then I mean that way, sir.
If it's one thought, you're not entangled. No, if it's one thought, you can deal with it. You know what happens with one? I said, Chandrakant, what happens? The thought comes, okay, I have this problem. Then if this happens, then what happens? Then if that happens, then what happens? This man went to the doctor. He said, oh, if the doctor tells I have a root canal, then what will happen? Then how will I pay money for the root canal? Then I cannot go to work. Then what will happen to my job? Then if I don't get job, what will happen to my salary? Then if I don't get salary, how will I feed my son? You see, this is how the mind attacks us with thought after thought after thought after thought.
Yeah, it's cascading basically.
But if you are cascading, but if you're in consciousness, if you're a yogi, you are in consciousness, and you are saying, any problem now? The yogi says, why worry? There is no need to worry. Why worry? There is no need to worry. No problem, then why should I worry? No problem, then why should I worry? Correct? If there's a problem, and I can do something about it, then there's no need to worry. If there's a problem and I cannot do anything about it, then why worry?
I don't understand.
So the person who is a yogi doesn't worry at all. The person who is a yogi, he lives in acceptance and surrender. He does. He faces the situation. Face it, fight it, finish it. The yogi doesn't back off. The yogi's approach is face it, fight it, finish it. Yeah. He has the faith.
Right. He knows his real nature. And this is
Chandrakant. He knows finally it's all a Maya. Finally, it's all Leela. It's a show. What is the big deal? What are we fighting about? What are we worrying about? What are we crying about? We are fools.
Right.
We are losing our moment of peace and bliss in unhappiness because of the idiot mind.
Yeah.
You know, Chandrakant, you talked about mind, no? In the mind, there are two sides. One side is Bhagavan, one side is Shaitan. The mind has got how many sides? It has got two sides. If your mind is in the state of intellect, then you're in Bhagavan mode. If your mind becomes in the state of thoughts which are bombarding you, become Shaitan mode.
Wow, amazing, sir. Very amazing.
then you are
Yeah.
in big trouble. Amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Don't say amazing. You have to implement it.
yeah, mind with intellect. I mean, that intellect will, take you up that way.
Intellect will make you Bhagwan.
Yeah,
Mind will
yeah.
make you Shaitan.
Right, right.
Both are inside you.
Got it, got it.
Who is in command of your mind?
Intellect.
That depends on you.
Yeah.
There is in the mind. There is the mind has we give our life over to a CEO. There is a CEO in our head. That CEO is Mr. Mind or Mr. Intellect. If your CEO is Mr. Mind, you can be sure you're going to fail. If your CEO is Mr. Intellect, then your chief operating officer knows his job. Then he doesn't let the mind overtake.
Yeah.
Next question, please. Thank you, Chandrakant, for the start. Thank you. Who's going next? Administrator? Is it Gautam? Then Rekha, then Rekha Parwani. Gautam.
Pair.
Bolo, Gautam.
I want to tell one thing. Please tell me I'm wrong, right or wrong. Okay. So we all know that Jiva is liberated. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but speak. Your signal is not good, but speak. I'm trying to understand you. Please speak.
Yeah, we all know that Jivan Mukta is liberated.
Yeah.
After death, we'll escape from rebirth. Am I right?
Okay. So,
So
what's your question?
Question is that liberated means we have to be liberated till the death.
If you are a Jivan Mukta, you are alive. If you live as a Jivan Mukta till you die, then you will be liberated. If as you're living if you're living and you get some friends and the friends tell you, come on, bar ko chalenge, sharab piyenge, you go and you go and keep on drinking and you lose your Jivan Mukta status. How you will be liberated?
Yeah, that means there is chance to be unlimited also.
There's no kind of chance of unlimited. The moment you're a Jivan Mukta, you have to continue living as a yogi. If you live in yoga, you will attain moksha. If you don't live in yoga, you will not attain moksha.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Rekha Parwani.
Shivam, AiR.
Shivam, Rekha.
You said even you get the attack, Boga attack.
Yes.
So then how do you immediately get back into the yoga?
By using my intellect, by being in consciousness, by watching the bhoga enter my consciousness. I can see it's my bhogas entering my consciousness. Then I have to decide. Suppose, just give you an example. Suppose I get 2 big gulab jamuns coming in front of me. I'm just giving an example. Now the bhoga has entered my consciousness. Now, if I lose my consciousness, I'll finish both the gulab jamuns. And somebody is telling, please eat, yeah, please eat, yeah, please eat, yeah, please eat, yeah. What do? I take a spoon and I take one, not even 2 millimeters, just one small taste. And I say, okay, I tried it. So I was in consciousness. The bhoga didn't defeat me.
Yes.
But suppose somebody came to me and said, you try this Baileys. Baileys is very good. Let's have Baileys on the rocks. Okay. And so I used to be very fond of Baileys once upon a time. I used to have Baileys with coffee, Baileys on the rocks. It was one of my favorite, because I never drank hard liquor. Baileys is sweet. So now I don't drink it all. But suppose somebody comes and says, come on, have 1 glass, and we have 1 glass, and now 2nd glass, and 3rd glass, and 4th glass. What happens after a few glasses? The mind becomes foggy.
Yes.
The intellect is defeated. I failed. I fell into bhoga. The yogi, every yogi in this world is attacked by bhoga. Every yogi in this world.
Yes.
It has to be. My guru used to always tell me, always be alert with the sword. What sword? The sword of the intellect. Always keep the sword of the intellect ready.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, this is, thank you, AiR. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. Rekha.
Yeah.
Next, Rekha.
I wanted to ask that is there different Maya for different person?
Different Maya for different person. What do you mean?
to say that if something is happening in our life and think our relations only, like there is Maya for me one.
Maya, you must
And
understand the meaning of Maya. Maya means this world, what is real, it is hidden, and what is not real is projected. That is the world of Maya. You're confusing something else. If you have a question, ask me the question. Don't try to define Maya.
not defining, the question is, I see, like, I feel that there is different Maya for somebody and there's different Maya for me.
No, there's no
Not like
different
that.
Maya for somebody and no different Maya for you. Therefore, you don't understand Maya. Okay, so you first try to understand Maya and come back. Priyanka. Yes, Priyanka?
Thank you.
Hello, yes. Sip,
Yes.
I have this question. As you mentioned that you were Bhogi once and then you turned to Yogi.
Yes.
So my question to you is, what prompted you on the place to, like, what made you realize or what prompted you to go from Bhogi to Yogi?
Because I was chasing happiness. I wanted more happiness and more happiness and more happiness. And I was running after success and success and success. Then when I gave up achievement, I reached a state of fulfillment. And I was very happy. But still, I didn't get that state of, and I didn't get that ultimate happiness. So my guru taught me how the way of ultimate happiness is not only contentment and fulfillment. We have to be able to move out of bhoga into yoga. So my guru helped me to go on a talash. I was actually looking for happiness. And then I went and started looking for the purpose of life. Why are we alive? Why we came to this earth? Why this human birth? Oh, there are so many questions. We have to answer this question. And most people are saying, no, I don't want to answer the question. I'll just live and I'll die. You may live and die, but you will not know who am I. You will not know why you came to the earth. You will come back again. Therefore, it is very important. In the book I share how I was like any human being, eating, drinking, doing everything, all the nonsense in the world I did. Every single nonsense that anybody can do, I have done. Then I realized I stopped getting the ananda from those pleasures. I gave up all the pleasures, whether it's clothes, eating, drinking, living habits. And I turned from a bhogi to a yogi. Okay, thank you. Who's going next? Administrator, do you have any written questions?
Yes, so it's from Arpit.
Yes.
And Arpit says, is it possible with the help of yoga, can we communicate ourselves with our inner soul?
With the help of yoga, can we communicate with our inner soul?
Yes.
Yeah, you can communicate as long as you think that you are different from the soul. When you're trying to be in yoga, you can communicate. But a true yogi realizes he is the soul. The true yogi realizes he is the soul. He doesn't try to communicate to his soul, but being the soul, he tries to communicate with the Supreme. A true yogi realizes that I am not the body, mind, ego. This is the difference between fake yoga and real yoga. Fake yoga or commercial yoga today, they tell you, we will teach you the union of body, mind, and ego and soul. Union of body, mind, and soul. There is no union of body, mind, and soul. There's nothing like that. It is a concoction, which is a fictitious concoction. The real yoga is when the real yogi is the one, as the Atma, he connects with the Paramatma. That is the real yoga. That is the real way to unite. Okay, next please. Whoever is live has a first priority of question. If you're not asking questions, we are going to type written questions and typed questions. Yes, please. Who else wants to ask? Otherwise, administrator, next question.
Rajesh says, how did your life change after enlightenment? Please share an example of what traits of your changed you or transcended them.
Okay, Rajesh, before enlightenment, I was just like a madman running a race. Going from one success to another success, I was caught in this race and a chase, trying to be an ace and caught in the maze. I was like a madman. Before that, just money, 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 more money, more money, more property, one property, second property, more money, more success, more name. And after enlightenment, you realize nothing is going to be mine. Even one pin will not be mine. Why am I running? I'm cheating people, I'm cheating customers, I'm cheating government, I'm cheating vendors, I'm cheating suppliers, I'm cheating everybody, cheating my staff, I'm cheating everybody to make money, which I will ultimately leave behind. What an idiot. What an idiot I am. So this is what you realize. You're not one, there are many realizations. For example, you are attached to people. You are attached to people, and those people make you spin and spin and spin and spin. And finally, you lose connection with the divine. Why spin and lose connection when you know that ultimately the enlightenment is that we are all manifestations of the one divine? When you reach that state of enlightenment, you reach that state of ananda, you reach that state of bliss. So earlier, my happiness used to be on pleasures, on what I was eating and drinking. I had suits made in France. I had pink, green, yellow, orange, mustard, red suits. I was covered by BBC and Wall Street Journal and Euro News. And each of my interview was in a green suit and yellow suit and orange suit. When I got the realization of the truth, I gave up all the colors. I just want to be in pure white. I want to be in peace. I want to be in bliss. Thank you. Anybody else with questions, please?
Gautam has a typed question.
Yeah.
If thoughts doesn't add in our karmic account, then why thoughts make us or stop us in liberation and enlightenment?
Thoughts are not in our karmic account because thought is not karma. For example, if you keep on thinking, I want apples, I want apples, I want apples, apples will not come on the tree. If you plant an apple seed, only then apple will come. So also, if you plant a deed, only karma will come. Now, that is I explained about thought and karma. Why thoughts stop us from liberation, from moksha? Because thoughts make us ignorant. Thoughts stop us from intellectual realization. Thoughts make us sink in samsara. Thoughts stop us from discrimination, what is wrong and right, what is black and white. Thoughts, very commonly, like somebody told me today, I am lost. Somebody told me today, I am lost. Why you are lost? Have you got that feeling sometimes you are lost? Yeah, you are lost because of thought. Thoughts are bombarding you. All the thought, the mind is the biggest enemy. When the mind bombards, then you're lost. But when you're in the state of intellect, are you lost? They are not lost because you have clarity in your thought. So you should realize the moment you're lost, wake up and move from Mr. Mind. I told Chandrakant, the CEO, don't make your CEO Mr. Mind. You're in for disaster. Make your CEO Mr. Intellect. Then you will win the game. Next, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Karan is asking how to live like a yogi.
Live like a yogi to be in yoga. That's next week's topic. Am I right, Administrator? How to be in yoga all the time. So just to quickly answer it, there are 5 states of yoga. The 5 states of yoga is Dhyana yoga, Bhakti yoga, Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Prema yoga. It's one yoga, not 5 yogas. One yoga with 5 different states. That 5, like the sun. The sunrise and the sunset is not two different suns. It's the same sun. The sun moves from sunrise to midday sun to evening sun to sunset. The same sun has different states. When you're in the sunrise, you can look at the sun into the eyes of the sun, and it's a beautiful orange ball. In the midday, you can't look at the sun. It's so hot, shining. At sunset, again, you can look at a beautiful sunset. Like that, you move from one state of yoga to another state of yoga. But how to live in yoga all the time, I'm going to talk on next Friday. So don't miss the call next Friday. It's more beautiful call than even today, because today I gave you the realizations of a yogi. Today is the new book. I'm writing this book called Realizations of the Yogi. But next Friday, how to live in yoga all the time. How to not slip out of yoga. Just like a SIM card. The SIM card has a connection with the satellite all the time. If you have a bad SIM card, suddenly it will say roaming, 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 roaming. So many people, sometimes you notice they're holding the phone up in the air like this. What you're doing here? No tower, no tower. This in the phone, they use the word tower, no tower. Am I right, Gautam? You'll say tower, no? You see the tower. A tower, nahi, tower. Some people say signal, nahi, signal, nahi, signal. They're holding the phone up in the air. A good SIM card will connect automatically. A bad SIM card, so like that. A yogi who's a true yogi immediately connects with yoga. But if you're not a true yogi, then you're roaming in bhoga. It's a big problem. Yes, next administrator. We have a few minutes more, and then I will close. Girish. Girish says yoga. What does Girish say? Please read out. He says something new. Administrator,
Girish says neither yoga or boga, called noga. Please explain.
Girish, you caught me by the horns. Okay. Sometime in this room call, we come out with such creative concepts. Now Girish is asking me to explain the state of noga. Okay. So when you are not in yoga, but you are not in bhoga, then you're swinging in between, which means you are not in yoga, you are not a yogi, you are not united with the divine, but you are not a bhogi, you're not sinking. Then Girish, what are you? You're a nogi. So now I'm giving you a new word again. Today you become a nogi. A nogi is like a swing, like a pendulum swinging. No, pendulum swing, 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 swing. So you're in a state where you're swinging like a pendulum. You're a nogi. Nogi, not a yogi, not a bhogi. If you become a yogi, Girish, if you become a yogi, what happens, Girish? You're caught in yoga. Correct, Girish? And if you leave that yoga and you're caught in bhoga, then what happens, Girish? Then you have a glass in your hand and you're saying, Jhum barabar jhum sharabi, jhum barabar jhum kali ghata hai. Bridget, you understand what this? That man is drinking, and he's putting the glass on his head and he's dancing like this. You go to any Punjabi party and you'll see the bale 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 bale. But that is what it is. One hand tandoori chicken, one hand whiskey, and they're going like this. Let us dance, let us dance. Girish, what is this condition called, Girish? This condition is
Bhoga.
bhogi, a person a bhogi. And if you're not in this condition, you're sitting in the party. You're sitting in the party. You're not having tandoori chicken in your hand and you're not having whiskey and dancing. But you are not in connection with the divine. Then what are you, Girish?
Nogi.
Now you got the answer. You're not a bhogi. You're in the party, but you're not sinking in the party. You're nogi. You're thinking, what am I doing in this party? Why am I wasting my time in this party? But you're still in the party. You're not a bhogi. See, somebody who gave the answer, somebody gave an intelligent answer.
Neutral, Sirji.
Ashok Nichani is in that state, he's saying. Ashok Nichani is saying, I am in neutral state. Ashok, you're in neutral about Ashok?
Yes, sir. I am in neutral at present. Present, I'm neutral.
You're not in no yoga still. Not a yogi still.
Not in full yogi state, sir. Not really.
Okay, he's being honest.
But not in bhogi as well.
So you're with
bhogi.
You're with Girish.
Yes, Sirji.
No, Girish is saying, I'm not in yoga. I'm only asking the question. I think Girish is quite much in yoga. Girish? How much time are you in yoga, Girish, in a day?
Some 50-50. Some noga.
No, so Ashok Nichani, Girish is agreeing. He's with you. He's saying, I'm with Ashok Nichani. We are both in noga.
Sir, bhoga.
Those who are in noga, I want to tell you something. Those who are in noga, If you keep on coming to the Zoom call, then yoga hoga. Then yoga hoga. If you come to Zoom call, yoga hoga. There will be no noga, there will be no bhoga. But you must come to Zoom call, then it will be hoga. Yoga hoga. Okay. Last
one question.
Yes, yes, sir.
Bhoga also includes worldly miseries also. Pleasure as well as misery. Experiencing.
Yes, in that case, you are consumed by that bhoga. But that is sometimes not voluntary, Grish. That's why we don't count that as bhoga, because I think we'll give that a new. You want a new name? That is roga. It's called roga, no? It's called roga. Have you heard the word roga? Have you heard? Atmatra, have you heard roga? Roga means roga means rona. Roga. Rog bolte na. Rog disease ko kya bolte? Rog bolte na. So Girish, you have created a new noun from roga. Girish has moved to one more term called roga. That is not bhoga, Girish. That is roga. You are captured by roga.
Bhaja Govindam says, because of bhoga, sharire roga.
See, so you got the right answer, no? Because of bhoga, sharira roga. Okay. Anybody else? Last question before we close. Administrator, anything important? Vivek. Yes, Vivek. We have time for 2-3 questions. If there are questions, if there are no questions, I will close. Vivek.
शिवम सर जी।
Shiva Vivek.
गुरुजी, मैं ये जानना चाहता था कि जब अगर हमें ऐसे योग में रहना है तो उसके लिए हमें मेडिटेशन वगैरह करना ज़रूरी ही होता है या फिर हम ऐसे भी सिंपल रह सकते हैं? कैसे हम अपने माइंड को शांत कर सकें? क्योंकि मैं बहुत ज़्यादा ही अब डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जा रहा हूँ। पहले मैं काफ़ी हद तक शांत रह रहा था और अब मैं अकेले रहता हूँ तो बहुत परेशान भी हो ही जाता हूँ। तो क्या मुझे वो मेडिटेशन करके सही करना चाहिए या योग करके कैसे किया जाए?
Okay, please understand this answer very clearly. What you're trying to say, you are bol rahe na? The problem is you're confusing trying to be in yoga with a yogi. हम योग में रहना चाहते हैं वो अलग है और हम योगी बनते हैं वो अलग है. अगर हम योगी बनते हैं तो हम हमेशा योग में हैं. विवेक, you understand what I'm saying?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
अगर हम योगी बन गए हैं तो हम हमेशा योग में हैं.
हाँ जी.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I thought I lost you. तो विवेक, जो there is a difference. अगर हम योगी हैं, हम हमेशा योग में हैं. लेकिन जो योगी नहीं है, वो योग में रहना चाहता है, वो योग में he can do ध्यान योगा, he can do भक्ति योगा, he can do कर्म योगा, he can do ज्ञान योगा. So you can try this. You can how do you turn from meditation to ध्यान योगा? Meditation is not ध्यान योगा. जब आप meditation करते हैं मन भटकता है, करेक्ट?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
जब मन को हमने बांध लिया तब हम योग में पहुंचते हैं, ध्यान योग में पहुंचते हैं.
हाँ जी.
जब हम कुछ कर्म कर रहे हैं, मैं किसी की सेवा कर रहा हूं, वो कर्म है.
हाँ जी.
जब मैं किसी की सेवा कर रहा हूं और उसको प्रभु समझता हूं, उसको भगवान समझता हूं, दैट इज कर्म योग. आप किसी लड़की को प्यार करते हैं, वो क्या है? आप किसी लड़की को प्यार करते हैं, वो प्रेम है.
हाँ जी.
लेकिन आपने प्रेमी को देवी बनाया. आपने you saw in your beloved a goddess. If you see in your beloved a goddess, then प्रेम का क्या हो गया?
प्रेम योग.
वो प्रेम योग बन गया.
हाँ जी.
So how can you be in yoga? You must try to be in yoga to become a yogi. And when you become a yogi, you're in yoga all the time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Guruji.
समझ गया? I hope you understood. तो योग में रहने का एक साधना चाहिए, एक एफर्ट चाहिए. I want to be in yoga.
चलो प्रैक्टिस करके होता रहेगा, आता रहेगा.
इसी को बोलते हैं साधना. इसको चाहिए साइलेंस चाहिए, गुरु से बात करना है, मेंटर से बात करना है, लोगों की सेवा करना, जाके ब्लाइंड स्कूल में सेवा करना है। कभी कभी जब आप कोई अंधे की सेवा करेगा, अचानक वो स्पार्क आ जाएगा. That spark will come alive in you, and in that spark you will see God. Okay, Dasi's question, administrator. Dasi just popped a question.
So Bliss has a question. So she says,
Yeah.
dear AiR, in which section of yoga are we in our task when we work?
That is not yoga. That is only karma. But Bliss, if you want to be in yoga, when you're working, your attitude has to be, oh Lord, I do nothing. Oh Lord, I do nothing. These hands are yours. You do everything. And Bliss, when you're working in karma yoga, your attitude, oh Lord, I seek nothing. I want nothing. I am doing it for you, not for me. I don't want anything. When that is our attitude of working, then we become karma yoga. Okay. Dasi Budani's question.
Dasi Budani says, please advise, can anyone do meditation early morning or any time?
Dasi, real meditation is being a yogi. Real meditation, Dasi, you can be in the train and you can be connected with God, connected with SIP. You can be in the middle of a disco party. Dasi, there will be all people dancing. You close your eyes, you close everything, you sit down, close your eyes, and you can be in meditation. However, in the early morning time, when there is no disturbance, it's the best time because all the five senses are not distracted. Therefore, it is recommended before the world starts, before your mobile phone starts ringing, before your email starts going ping, 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 before the doorbell rings. It is recommended to do it early morning because there is no disturbance.
Yeah, thank you, Ravi. But what I'm saying is the mobile and news, I don't really, for a couple of hours, I don't go through it. So, but it's difficult for me to get up 5 in the morning and do meditation. So I do 8 o'clock in the morning, but for 1 hour, 2 hours, I don't look at the news, what news it is.
Then that is as good as 5 o'clock. If you are able to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you are able to switch off your mobile, switch off the TV, lock your room, and quietly
100%.
be in your room, then that is as good as 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's what Dada did say, you know.
Huh? Did Dada say the same thing?
Dada did say that it's better to do it when you're awake, when you're what do you call it, you feel good at it, then you don't feel tired. So you can do it continuously.
Yeah, but Dasi, sometime when you get up at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, the aura is very different. I'm sure you have experienced that aura.
I've experienced before.
Yeah. So try
Not
it.
very
You don't have
well.
to do it. You don't have to do it every day, Dasi. But whenever you can do it a little bit in the morning, do it. But suppose you're trying to do meditation at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. They'll give you an example.
Exactly.
And at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, the whole world is chasing you. And there are lots of messages on your email and lots of messages on your WhatsApp and lots of people waiting for you. And you're locked in your room at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the afternoon and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. How can you concentrate, Dasi?
You're right.
So that is not a good meditation. Therefore, it's always advised to try to start early. They always say that. But meditation is, there is no time and place. As long as you're able to shut off your senses and you're able to concentrate, that is the way it is.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Advisor, can we close?
Yes, that's it.
Okay, my dear friends, before we close today with folded hands, you have given me 1 hour on a Friday. Tomorrow we'll meet at 8. But today, remember this. If you want moksha, the way to moksha is to live in yoga, which means you have to be a yogi. And to be a yogi, you need realizations. You need that enlightenment. If there is enlightenment, you will be liberated from all the misery. You will be free from the mind. You will be free from myth. you will be in the state of consciousness. A yogi is ever united. The yogi transcends the mind and ego. The yogi is very peaceful. Therefore, it's very important for all of us to try to be in yoga. If you want moksha, the one word before moksha is to be in yoga, to be a yogi all the time. I bow down to you.